Wait, so now we dry snitching?
You proved the point.
Hypocritical.
Homie, just gone, man.
No, you hypocritical,
just gone,
bro.
man.
You
Just gone.
hypocrite. I'm out the jet.
You done did this before.
He's
Get your
hypocritical.
bitch ass the
And
Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You right.
Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on.
Right.
Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show?
Now, if I'm hiding a chick, let's put it in perspective. If I'm hiding a chick because I told him before the show, I brought her there with me. I do business with Mika. She's literally signed to me. I told you before the show, he like, I don't know, bro. We'll see how it go. All of that shit, right? I don't know, bro. We'll see how it go. I said, okay, cool. I respect your platform. I respect what you got going on. I didn't fly all the way out here for nothing. We'll figure it out later. Why would I hide a chick that I'm trying to bring on the show? But let me tell you what happens. And this is why you got to be careful of the type of niggas that you're around. He tried to paint the picture like, fuck all that. Let's just get straight to it. Even if I was, let's play it by ear. Let's assume for the sake of conversation, because y'all see Mika on the streams all the time. Let's say for the sake of conversation that I had a side chick with me. Let's assume that I had the side chick with me. This nigga broke man code, bro.
I can't agree. I can't agree more, man. 100%, man. You don't go around getting other people's business and other people's relationship. You don't go around worrying about where another man is putting his meat at. You just don't do that. Men do not move like that. I don't care if we got beef with the person or whatever. That's not how people move. That's not how men move, I would say.
This nigga broke man code. And let me be very clear. Nobody tells me how to deal with my chick.
Hello.
Hey, baby girl, what's up?
Nothing much. What's going on?
You chilling?
I am up. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Rita. How do you feel about Mika?
About Mika?
Yeah.
I love Mika.
What?
Yeah. That's my boo. Our birthdays is very close to each other too.
You love Mika?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Okay. I was just wondering.
Why? What's the problem?
You know it ain't no problem.
Oh. Okay.
All right, bye.
It ain't no problem. I don't gotta play no more of the video. It's over. It's over. Okay, so that's Anton's wife, man. And that's her confirming the relationship between Anton and Mika. Now, if his wife knows about Mika, then anything you say after that don't mean nothing. Even if Anton is smashing Mika or whatever the hell he's doing, let's just say hypothetically he is. He's saying he's not, but who the hell knows? He could be doing anything. That man's wife knows about her. He's not hiding her from his family. He's not doing none of that. So anything you say after that, it's a wrap. And this is why you don't go out dry snitching and doing all this stuff Corey doing right now. See, Corey is in his emotions. So doing his emotions, he gonna go out, he gonna dry snitch, he gonna say all this crazy stuff about nothing, right? Because he don't got nothing. This conversation is really, really over. But Corey wants to keep it going because he lost. And this is how dudes do, or some dudes do. When they lose the conversation, when they lose the battle, they get real chatty like women. If anything, all that stuff should have been said during the show. And then you wait to the end of the show to bring up the man's, the girl he's with there, right? If you know Anton, and I don't know Anton personally, but if you watch him a little bit, you know he kind of have his Christian values. Like he always talk about, yeah, I've been married with my wife for 20 years. I ain't got no side chicks. I ain't got no side babies. I ain't got none of that stuff, right? And see, the problem is Corey is the polar opposite. Corey has a bunch of baby moms. Corey have a bunch of kids out of wedlock. Corey has a bunch of stuff going on. So when dudes can't beat you in an argument, what they do a lot of times is they throw their flaws and try to put their flaws on you and try to drag you down to where they're at. And that's what he's doing right there, right? Because Corey would be out there, if he was married, he would be somewhere with a side chick trying to do some stuff with a side chick. He doesn't have, the only person he got a business relationship I've seen him with is Darlene. That's it. Everybody, all the other women, he probably don't have business relationships with. So, he don't know how to just say, okay, you know what? This is a good looking person. Let me do business with him and let me move on. He can't do that. That's because he's not built like that. And a lot of guys aren't built that way, but that's who he is. And it's so, and he admits to that too. It's not like I'm saying it and I'm making it up. Like, no, if you watch his show, he admits to going around finding women in the hood that need money, and he tricks off his money, to get laid with women who need their bills paid. That's what he does. So, and that's how you want to live. That's how you want to live. But, according to Anton and his platform, he doesn't live that way. That's not how he lives. Now, Anton is still a man. I'm not putting nothing, I'm not saying, oh my God, he's holier than thou. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't, I do not know, so I can't just say, oh my God, like he's this perfect person. The image he's portraying online is what it is in real life. Cause I don't know. I don't know dude in real life. I never met him. I just go off a few videos that I watch. That he puts out. But at the end of the day, Corey is dry snitching, and dry snitching is one of the things you just do not do. And for y'all don't really understand what dry snitching is. Dry snitching is when you snitch indirectly. So if it was like, let's just say a robbery happened and the police come asking you questions, and dry snitching would be, well, I don't really know who did it, but I know the people in apartment 16 be doing a lot of stuff. So I would just check apartment 16 because I see a lot of people running in and out of apartment 16. See, that's dry snitching. You're not saying that, oh my God, Earl and Dave in there trapping, but you're just leading the person on and creating a narrative that may or may not be true. So, and that's what it is, right? It's just indirect snitching on people. And that's what he did. And men don't do that. Men don't do that. I'm sorry, especially when it comes to people's relationships and their marriage is who they're dealing with. Men typically mind their business. That's just it. Like, if whatever you got going on is what you got going on. Men typically just supposed to mind their business. I don't care if I like you or I don't like you. What I do is mind my business. I don't care who you sleeping with. I don't care what you're doing. Whatever you're doing is really none of my business. And see, if you want to really get down to the nitty gritty, if you look at Mika's a really nice looking girl. Like, I don't think I'm gonna maybe I'll put a picture up and maybe I'll put it up and, but just to show, but Mika's a nice looking girl. And what it is Corey is jealous. And that's what I really think it is, because Corey, the way he lives and the way he moves, a girl like me can not go mess with Corey, because Corey is one of them bottom dweller dudes. Like he has no problem dealing with the bottom of the barrel Johns, where he always said, if you got a problem, I got a solution. So he takes his money and he tricks off his money. Women like her probably not gonna mess with people like Corey, especially if she's already in the circle of a guy who's already trying to do the right thing, and he's trying to promote more Christian values, and he's trying to build his platform and put other people on, and he's running companies, and he already has a couple $1 million. I don't know his net worth, but he always say he's a millionaire. So I'm just gonna assume he's a millionaire. He's a millionaire, got legitimate money, trying to build up his city and trying to employ people in Detroit to do all the stuff he say he's trying to do. Ain't no woman gonna go mess with the dude at the bottom who's doing all the BS